Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a short, hopefully under 10-minute review of the Gotrax G4. This is Gotrax's $600 model, and I've ridden it for a little bit over a year now. I'm at 960 total miles on it, and I can tell you one thing, this is a smooth ride and it still rides fine. I have had zero problems with it after 960 miles, which is really impressive. So what I can start off with the scooter is that it's very, very good quality. You get a really firm build that feels great to be on. The speed is advertised right. You go 20 miles per hour, which feels great. It's more than enough for a scooter, and it's really a great scooter for whatever position you're in, beginners, previous riders, whatever you're in, it's a great scooter. I'm just showing you some of the top features. So you can see the front with the design. You have your, these aren't lights, they're reflectors on the sides. So you don't have any lighting on the sides, but that gives it a more elegant and professional look. You can see the folding mechanism is really easy. All you've got to do, you got to pull this top latch right here, pull this up, right, and then that'll fold backwards, and this will snap onto this right here. This is also useful for if you're carrying a bag or whatever. It's really useful, just for whatever you need it for. To turn the scooter on, you have your whole layout up here. You've got a bell up here, lots of handlebar space. The bell is really loud, by the way, so you don't need to buy anything extra for that. You have your brakes here, controls here, and your throttle here. It's a really basic thumb throttle scooter. So turn it on, you're gonna wanna click the power button on the bottom. It'll launch. You do need to put in a password. So once the password's in, you get the L1 sign, which means your gear. I'll explain that later. And you go in. So it'll show you how many miles you've ridden. This is not my G4. It's a newer one, but I've ridden 960 on mine and it still works fine. So what you do, you have this basic display. You have obviously the battery here, how many miles you've ridden. And once you do go, I'm gonna push it a bit. It will show you how fast you are moving. So that's a really, really useful display. So you also have the opportunity, you have 3 buttons here. So the plus button will get you into gear 2, and the minus button will get you into gear 1. So the difference between the gears, for those of you who do not know yet, is that gear 1 will get you to 15.5 miles per hour if you're just in a cruising mode, which will also extend your range, and 20 miles per hour is gear 2, which will slightly shorten your range. So the only real problem I've experienced with this scooter is that the battery life, which was advertised to be around 20 to 25 miles, I didn't ever get more than 20 out of it. But that may just be because I'm going full speed and because I drive in cities and not really always full throttle the whole way. I do brake a lot. But that's just what I experienced. The weight limit is also pretty great. I don't have any slowdowns when I carry 40-pound packages with me, and I weigh 150. So I think even if you weigh 200 pounds, you don't have any problems with this scooter. So another thing you have with the controls up here, you can change the password, which you can solve with 000 up here. But if you hold the top command, you'll get your front and brake light, right? And if you hold the bottom, it'll go into walk mode. This means that it'll move forwards at 3 miles per hour by itself. So this is for if you're walking with it and you go off the sidewalk, like into grass or dirt, and it really sucks to push a 40-pound scooter through that. So that's what that's for. And it's really, really useful for that. And I love that feature. I've used it a lot. It's great. So as for the scooter itself, you have a lot of deck space to stand on. That's no issue. You've got your lock here. It's a built-in lock. It's really great. It's a steel cable, really strong. I already showed you guys this. The scooter itself looks really great. You have grip handles. I've also experienced no trouble with it going a little bit off-road through dirt, high grass, up and down curbs, because you have really these big ass tires that help it. You also have really high ground clearance. I'm not sure if you guys can see that here, but it's overall a really great scooter, and it also has a lot of safety features. There is cruise control, which is useful for if you're going for a long time and just don't want to hold the throttle down. So what you got to do is you got to hold the throttle down for 8 to 10 seconds at a certain speed that you want to go through, and that'll get you to that. It'll automatically go into cruise control. So when you do go into cruise control, you'll hear a beep, and you'll see up here, I can't show you this right now, but you'll see right next to your headlight display is the cruise control sign, which is really useful. And the two safety features that it has that I absolutely love is, first of all, you have this here. If I were to put the throttle down right now with the scooter obviously turned on, nothing happens. You gotta get the scooter moving, like push it to 3 miles per hour before it goes. And that's so when you're walking with it and you accidentally hit the throttle, it doesn't zoom away from your hand at 20 miles per hour, because this happened to me on previous scooters and it always sucked. You always scratch your scooter and maybe even yourself, and that's just an amazing feature on this. But you also notice that when you hit the brakes, right, you do get a brake light, even when the lights are on. So if the lights are off, which is also turned off by doing the exact same thing, you get the same brake light. And I'm gonna be completely honest with this. I do love this scooter, but the brake light is a weakness. In the night, it works very, very nice, which is basically the only time you need it. But in the day, it's almost invisible. It's too weak of a light. You can't tell if it's on or not, or if you're braking or not. So that is okay, because like I said, you do mostly need it at night, so cars can see you. But the headlight is really bright. It's been excellent for me. I've had no complaints about the brake light. So that it is in about 8 minutes, the Gotrax G4. I would definitely recommend buying. It's worth the price, and it's way better than any scooter you can get in this price category.